All right, guys, let's jump right down to it. Today we are going to talk about Nemesis and Narcissus. We ended our story last time of how Narcissus cruelly rejected Echo because he was Narcissus. Narcissism, or if somebody is a narcissist, is a person who is very arrogant and he doesn't care about other people's feelings, right? He only cares about himself. He thinks he is perfect. Everybody else sucks. That's what makes a person a narcissist or narcissist. So, and we got that word from the word narcissist, from this person, right? This person in Greek mythology, in 希腊神话. But today we're going to see what happened to Narcissus, okay? And we are going to introduce another person by the name of Nemesis. Very simple. Nemesis. Nemesis. Okay? Right. So Nemesis. Okay, good. And we'll discover who Nemesis is. Nemesis. All right. Let's just read it first. The story of how cruelly Narcissus rejected Echo soon spread amongst the gods and goddesses. Okay, remember this is a long time ago when there were gods and goddesses in the world, on Earth. Nemesis, we're going to introduce this person now. Nemesis, the goddess of revenge and retribution. We'll talk about that later. The goddess of revenge and retribution heard what Narcissus had done to Echo and was furious. Okay. So, well, we'll talk about it later. Nemesis found out that when Narcissus was born, a fortune teller had warned that he was condemned to never look upon himself. So one day, when Narcissus again went hunting in the woods, Nemesis lured him to a pond. There, Narcissus looked into the water and saw his own reflection. He saw his own reflection in the water. He immediately fell deeply in love with himself, mesmerized by his own perfect beauty. Narcissus was so mesmerized that he never left the pond. Eventually, devastated that the reflection in the water could never reciprocate his love, Narcissus faded away from despair. In the place where he had sat, a white and yellow flower grew out. It was called the Narcissus flower. Ooh, I want to get a picture of it, so let's time out. Okay, I found it. Okay. All right, I'll show you later. Okay, here it is. I'll read it again, and this time I'll slow down when there's a vocabulary word, and then so you can kind of see how to read it. Okay. All right. The story of how cruelly Narcissus rejected Echo soon spread amongst the gods and goddesses. Nemesis, the goddess of revenge and retribution, heard what Narcissus had done to Echo and was furious. Nemesis found out that when Narcissus was born, a fortune teller had warned that he was condemned to never look upon himself. So one day, when Narcissus again went hunting in the woods, Nemesis lured. Okay, you can say Lord. Okay, Lord. I like to say lured. Okay, but maybe lured is a little bit hard to say. You can say Lord. Just say or Lord. But I like to say lured. Okay. Okay. All right. So Nemesis lured him to a pond. There, uh, what am I doing? I want you to do Lord, Lord, like that. Okay, that's easier. Lord. Okay. Nemesis lured him to a pond. There, Narcissus looked into the water and saw his own reflection. Easy. He immediately fell deeply in love with himself, mesmerized by his own perfect beauty. Narcissus was so mesmerized that he never left the pond. He just stayed there, looking at his own reflection. Oh, you're so beautiful, you're so handsome. Eventually, why do they always appear over there? Eventually, devastated that the reflection in the water could never reciprocate. I will explain, don't worry, it's not as hard as you think. Could never reciprocate his love, Narcissus faded away from despair. In the place where he had sat, a white and yellow flower grew out. It was called the Narcissus flower. I will explain to you what this means. It's really, really cool, I think. Okay, why am I so low in the... Let me get this guy. Okay, here we go. All right, good. All right, so let's explain, okay? All right, so Nemesis and Narcissus. Nemesis was a god, a goddess, and she, well, anyway, so the story of how cruelly Narcissus rejected Echo soon spread, 传开了 amongst the gods and goddesses， 就是在 gods and goddesses 之间传开了哈 ，it 传开了 amongst the gods and goddesses of ancient 古希腊 Greece. Okay. All right. So everybody heard it. Everybody knew what happened. Maybe some nymph that was hiding in the woods saw it or something, whatever. And anyway, it wasn't a secret. 传开了, it spread. The story spread amongst all the gods and goddesses. And one of the gods and goddesses, her name was Nemesis. This word has a real meaning, okay, right? And I will tell you what the real meaning is later. Nemesis. And she was the goddess of revenge and retribution. What is revenge and retribution? Revenge is 复仇. 复仇. Like 复仇者, huh? And I'll tell you what. You right now you're thinking, 不是复仇者不叫 Avengers 吗？怎么是 revenge? I'll tell you later, okay? So, the goddess of revenge and retribution. What is retribution? You like this? 报应. So, revenge and retribution, a little bit same, but also a little bit different. Okay? Right? Revenge seems to be the act of trying to hurt somebody because that person 应得, huh? And retribution is the fact that he already got what he deserved. Right? Okay? So, I can't even think of an example that's famous and you would know. Oh, like, let's say, John killed Peter's father, right? So then Peter wants to get revenge. So to get revenge, he kills John. And after he kills John, then John got the 报应, he got the retribution. Okay, so revenge and retribution are a little bit different. Okay, but anyway, Nemesis was the goddess of revenge and retribution. And she heard what Narcissus had done to Echo. And she was furious. She was angry. Because, even though they're kind of, these gods and goddesses, they'll go and have affairs and do these crazy things. They are, after all, 是有正义的哈。They are even though they have 缺点, but they are generally they are good. Okay, so she was furious to know that how Narcissus cruelly rejected Echo. And 她就去打听啦, and then she finds out. Okay, Nemesis found out that when Narcissus was born, a fortune teller had warned that he was condemned never to look upon himself. Okay, 他生出来就有这个 curse, 这个诅咒哈。And then and Nemesis says, aha, I know. So one day, when Narcissus again went hunting in the woods, Nemesis lured, you can say lured, she lured him to a pond. Okay, I don't know, how did she do it? I don't know, maybe, she's a goddess. Maybe she has some kind of, control, like a mind control, or maybe she whispered in his voice, come here, Narcissus, come this way, whatever, right? Yes. So she lured him to a pond, okay? And then when he got to the pond, there, Narcissus looked into the water, and what did he see? He saw his own reflection, his own image, 他的影像，他的反射的影像。Reflection is the 反射 okay? His image, his 反射的影像 his reflection, okay? His 反射的影像反射的影像 okay? Like a 镜子, a mirror. So he saw his reflection, his own reflection in the water. He immediately fell deeply in love with himself. Like that. Just like Echo. He immediately, right away, fell deeply in love with himself, mesmerized by his own perfect beauty. Just like Echo. But he falls in love with himself. Okay? You know the word immediately, or we did this before, I think. In fact, Narcissus was so mesmerized that he never left the pond. He just sat there looking at his own reflection. He didn't eat, he didn't sleep, he didn't do anything else. He just sat there and just looked at his, oh, you are so beautiful, you're so handsome, I love you. Okay? He just sat there and he never left the pond. Eventually. What is eventually? Eventually means finally, but it means a little bit more than finally. It means 慢慢的,渐渐的,然后到后来. Eventually. Okay. So actually eventually means slowly and finally. Okay. Slowly and finally. Devastated that. Because eventually, Narcissus is not stupid, right? Devastated by the fact that the reflection in the water could never give him back his love. Okay, to reciprocate is to 回报 okay, to 回应他的 love, okay, could never return his love, okay, right? Yes. So reciprocate is you do something to me and I reciprocate 你的 what you did, okay, your action. Right? You give me a gift, I give you a gift, right? 这是正面的. But you throw doo-doo at me and I throw doo-doo at you, whatever, right? This is a terrible example, but you know what I mean, okay? So the reflection in the water could never reciprocate his love. He knew that. Narcissus faded away from despair. He died of sadness, right? Same as Echo, but 更惨一点 because he actually fell in love with himself. He faded from despair, okay? Despair means 寂 极度的 sadness. Okay, extreme, powerful, extreme sadness. Okay. A feeling of sadness that is so powerful, so extreme. I want to leave some time to talk to you about the story, which I think is really cool. Okay, but then there are some caveats I want you to kind of know. Okay, anyway, in the place, he was by the pond, right? In the place where he had sat, a white and yellow flower grew out. It was called the Narcissus flower. Okay, here it is. All right, and I looked it up on Google. In Chinese, it's called 仙女花. Okay, 仙女, but which is very strange because Narcissus was not a girl; she was a 仙人花. 仙人花, 仙人花, I think. 仙人花, sorry. I think it's called 仙人花, if you look it up. It's called Narcissus flower. Another name for Narcissus flower is called daffodil. Daffodil. All right, daffodil. Okay, you can look it up. Okay, this is called the daffodil. 它是它的比较普通的名字叫做 daffodil, and then but it has another sort of naming. It's called the Narcissus flower. Why is it called the Narcissus flower? Well, first let me tell you the 传说 that is wrong. 是错误的哈 This is wrong. This is not the real reason. Okay, because there's 错误。The 传说中 according to legend, myth, this kind of flower, it likes to grow near the like a 池塘 water. And according to the myth is that this flower, instead of facing the sun, it likes to 低头 and face the water, just like Narcissus did when he looked at his own reflection in the water. This is not true. This flower doesn't do that. But for some reason, people spread this story that this flower will kind of lower its flower to the water as if to look at itself in the water. That is not true. However, what could be true is that there's another theory, which is that this flower, 它的根 the thing under the gun of daffodils is a little bit poisonous, 有点有毒, and that is in reference to Narcissus, right? Narcissus 他的 arrogance, he was arrogant, right? He was arrogant. He scorned everybody. He humiliated the people who loved him, and he was arrogant. And when he was born, he was condemned. So, like Narcissus, the flower is poison. It's a 毒, it's a poison. Okay, and the poison. I don't remember exactly what it does, but I think the poison is some kind of like if you eat it, you'll become 晕倒 or something, whatever. You'll faint, or you will become sort of like mesmerized and confused, maybe. Okay, but I'm not sure. But anyway, that is the 传说 of the Narcissus flower. So Narcissus got his retribution. He got his retribution. Okay, he got his 报应. Okay, and I guess the Nemesis, the god, the goddess, got her revenge. Okay, now I promise to tell you, 为什么复仇者联盟叫做 Avengers 不叫 Revengers? 好，来 here it is. Revenge 是名词，好 ，it's a 名词，好 ，and then you say things like get revenge. You say, oh, 某某人 got revenge. 他 got 报仇，复仇 ，sorry. Yes, he got revenge as well. But there is a 名词 for 复仇 as in 我复仇，我要复仇谁 like that right yes and that word 叫做 avenge notice 它的 venge 都一样 see that oops see that so here it is revenge is 名词 it means 复仇 avenge is 动词 and it means 复仇 okay right so let me give you an example Peter got revenge see I need to use got revenge the 动词 is here right Peter got revenge on John John remember John killed Peter's father right yes okay so to get revenge on someone right so 这是一个动词 right yes okay 等于 Peter 直接用 avenge 这个动词 avenge 加变成过去式 avenged and watch this let me say that again 从这里暂停一下哈我回去来let me change it again Peter got revenge for his father他为他的爸爸 got revenge okay and then 后面也可以说 on John right yes Peter got revenge for his father right because John killed Peter's father and Peter got revenge for his father okay 好 well that I have to say Peter using the word avenge 比较好说 I just 直接说 Peter avenged his father okay so Peter got revenge for his father 等于 Peter avenged his father and that is why 他为他爸爸复仇right yes and that is why 复仇者联盟那个复仇叫做 The Avengers 就是去复仇的人 right 复仇者 right The Avengers right right because it comes to the word avenge 这里 avenge okay you can use it in your real 可以拿出来用right yes all right so all right anyway this is our new story it's pretty cool I think Narcissus and I told you Narcissus is a real word you can look it up even right now if I look it up I said what is Narcissus I say if I write Narcissus Chinese 不是 Narcissus I want Narcissist Narcissist Chinese 他会告诉我他的意思 and a Narcissist Chinese 是什么自恋者 you see that Narcissist and if I say if I say Nemesis in Chinese Nemesis 它意思有很多and I'll explain to you Nemesis for example means retribution and revenge okay Nemesis but Nemesis has another meaning 比较平常的 meaning it means this Nemesis right 克星right so for example going back to the superhero 的那个 reference right yes so for example 谁是蝙蝠侠的 Nemesis right right who is Batman's Nemesis right Joker right 就是小丑 the Joker is Batman's Nemesis okay the Joker is Batman's Nemesis 就是他最主要的敌人他的克星 right the Joker is Batman's Nemesis right 或是 I don't know Lex Luthor is Superman's Nemesis And then, you know, maybe Zoe knows all the nemesis of all the superheroes, but I don't know. Okay, but that's a good example. Batman is Superman's no, Joker is Batman's nemesis. And you can argue that, you see, Nemesis is Narcissus' nemesis, right? Yes, because she is the one who eventually 制服了他, gave him retribution, okay, brought him retribution, who avenged his echo. Okay, all right. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I did. So okay, please read it, watch it. And I think outside right now, a bird is eating my caterpillars. So I'm going to go and drive them away. I'll see you guys soon in class.